Spicy Mari.
Hey.
How long has it been since you've seen us? It's been.
I mean, last time I saw you guys was in June, I think, or
Yeah.
July. But
Yeah.
last
Was
time
that
it was,
it?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Or maybe a little bit before.
I was gonna say I think it was even before that because it was kind
my
of chilly.
My first time with you guys was March. Like the first time that I came.
Mhm.
It came here.
But then
Yes.
we saw you.
In Portland.
Yeah. I didn't know if I could
I
say it
feel
or
like it
not.
was before July.
I don't know. You were preggers though. That was like
Yes.
the last show you made an appearance in, I think.
Yeah. Was it? I think so.
It was.
Yeah.
So what's new, Mari? Is there anything new that's happened to you since then, or is it
Yeah, lots have happened. Yeah. Life changes a lot.
Life
I'm sorry,
change?
I'm still pretty nervous.
I know.
It's okay.
I'm posting the link so people can come in. Pretty cool. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spicy Mari. Oh, Foxo's excited.
Yeah, it's kind of a
me.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
my last name is Mari Svel. That's
Mm-hmm.
you know.
yeah.
just-
Well,
I don't
my last name is Palmer, so
Mhm.
I get it. I have a porn last name also.
Yeah, Mari Svel. That's me.
How did you get your name?
Um,
And is
I
this
just saw it in a model, and I was like, I like that. I think Mari
It's
Svel would
cute.
sound nice.
and where does the spicy part come from? Is it a personality trait or is it a
No, it's just a cringy thing.
okay?
Oh.
I was like, yeah, this is
'Cause-
where I pop my pussy.
Oh, I see. Like spicy.
Like yeah,
and
that's what I was saying.
like
Is it spicy links, like naughty links, or is it like a spicy personality kind of thing?
spicy links?
Yeah,
What do you mean links?
like naughty, like hot.
Yeah, like naughty.
Yeah,
I didn't a link.
like here's my sexy links.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Wow, you peddle sexy links. You should know this.
What do you mean? Mine's just like Jill. Just J&J BTS. That sounds very like non-sexual.
Yeah, that was a shameless plug, Jill. Promoting your links, huh?
Oh man.
Jack made me this tea today. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's good. What is that? Jade Spring? What is that?
No, it is jasmine.
Oh,
green tea.
Jasmine.
Yeah, with a little bit of honey.
I'm
in it.
wearing this is merch of my favorite singer. I don't know
Oh.
if any of you guys know.
No.
Claro. Have you guys know Claro?
No.
What kind of music?
Can you educate us?
Gay music.
Gay
Is it-
music.
Gay music. I'll play it for you guys.
Hold on, I have a couple questions. First of all, what does gay music sound like? And is gay woman music different than gay men music?
Yeah, women whining and singing and like
Okay.
Oh.
like whispering in your ear. Does it for me.
Oh.
I kind of like that too.
Does
though.
it for me. I'll show you. Very whiny. Yearning and mourning.
Okay.
Are they a newer band or like have they been around a while?
Oh no, I've been listening to her for like years, since like 2019. Like she was like the one that made me realize, like she was like the one that opened the door for me. I was like,
Ah,
I was like, women.
okay.
I'm gonna see her live in June.
cool.
Ah.
Mhm.
Do you know who Ani DeFranco is?
Who?
Ani DeFranco.
Yes.
Okay, when I was like younger, I was like, oh yeah, that's lesbian music.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it?
I don't know. I
That's
think
like
so.
that's like a question between the queer community. You're like,
Yeah.
do you listen to Clara?
Yeah.
Yeah. do
That's how you
listen
know
to-
for real, huh?
Mhm. Yeah, that's how you know for real.
Oh,
Was
okay.
was music part of your sexual awakening?
Yeah, it was like again,
Okay.
like she opened the door for me.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, she opened the door for me.
I like that.
I own her a lot.
Hmm.
I will see her in life. I'm gonna come and cry. I'm not joking. I'm really going to.
No, that's like such an experience to go to a concert and have that type of emotion. I've definitely been to a concert and like felt that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went and
like-
saw Rage Against the Machine and felt that way.
Mhm.
Which song do you know that you start like, wow? Or
What?
just the minute they got on the stage.
What,
you were
Rage
like-
song?
Yeah.
It's tough. I really liked Battle of Los Angeles. The whole album
Mm.
was good.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed it. But they're really political.
Do you know
and
who they are? Rage Against.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they were pretty
Wow.
popular. Like,
a little bit before my generation. I think.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
you guys don't mind this.
No,
No,
I don't
you're
care.
good.
I don't care.
no, I don't care.
If I lose my inhibitions at one point, I might beg you for a puff.
Oh, help me in my misery.
Maggie Rogers tonight. I don't know who Maggie Rogers is.
Maggie Rogers. Oh, going to concerts is like a spiritual to me. It's like
Yeah.
going to the church. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Mm.
Feels
It
like
is.
that. For me, it just feels like an exorcism. Like I go, like once the concert's done, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I just feel things very deeply.
Do you
Like,
go by yourself or do you like always have to squat up with your friends?
I've gone to just one concert alone, and that's how I felt. Oh, it's spiritual awakening. But I usually go with someone. It's also fun go with someone.
Okay.
Do you remember your first concert?
Oh God.
Yeah, my first concert was actually last year. Yeah, I was kind of poor.
Newbie.
So I was kind of poor. My first concert was Dua Lipa.
Oh, cool. She's
She's like very puppy artist, you know.
Okay.
She's very hot. I can show you. You want to see?
Yeah, I'd
Dua
like
Lipa?
to see if she's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's really hot.
I also want to see Mari's version of hot.
Oh, like Dua Lipa, there's like everyone's versions of hot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say she's pretty feminine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sexy.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Body. Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, she's hot.
yeah, she's really hot. But her music, it's good, but it's not the type of music that I have felt something, you know?
Yeah, of
Like, you know
course.
that there's music that you enjoy and you're like, yeah, when you're doing your makeup, but there's music that you like feel.
You vibe out too and you
like
cry too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to her music, that has never happened. Like, I've never felt a song of her that I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she's very catchy and popular and pretty.
Mari, you're a bikini barista.
Yeah.
Do you love your job?
I love my job.
What's it like? How does that work?
Yeah, how did you get the job? Did you just interview?
Do you show up and you're like, "Hey, I'm hot"?
That's a great question. It's really hard to get hired in my stand.
Okay.
So I got hired in a very funny way, which makes me think that it's meant to be. This stand was like the most popular one, I will say. I don't know, like it will just always pop up in my Twitter. I'm like, damn, I'm interested.
And you're like, the girls are hot.
Yeah, I'm like, the girls are hot.
Yeah.
How am I gonna get hired here? And one day I was just stalking one of the girls, and I reach out to one of them, the one that I like the most, which is Gemma. Sorry, Gemma, Flesh Bunny on Instagram. They're a great model. Great model. Like, I see them in Balenciaga. And literally, and they reach out to me like the same day, and they were like, yeah, sure, you want to get coffee or something? And we got coffee, and I worked with them their Sunday shift, and then the next shift we were like, yeah, sure, the next shift is yours. And that's how I got hired.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a word of mouth kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Were you new to Portland when you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like your first job in Portland? Or?
No. I was like in the healthcare facility
Oh, okay.
while doing that.
That's tough.
Doing that. So
Jill,
Probably pretty thankful.
oh yeah.
That's the trenches. When you work in healthcare, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Even if you're working in administration or you're working directly with the patients, it's not easy.
well, you went from working with sick people to working with horny people. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
different.
That's a great. I also
Different.
thought about that too. I'm like, oh my god, what's worst?
Yeah, what
know?
is worse, honestly?
I
Because
think I can handle horny people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay,
I can handle horny people.
because
better.
acutely sick and acutely horny people are very difficult.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say like at least online you can like ignore like the shitty people, but like
Yeah.
at my job I had to like just grin and bear it.
Well, now I deal with it in person too.
That's true.
At the stand, but I've built like thick skin. Like now I'm not
Okay.
embarrassed or scared to say like bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It took me some time.
So being a bikini barista is basically doing naughty coffees, and you can just do like flashes, right?
It's a surprise.
It's a
but
surprise.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
give the benefit. No, it's okay.
I've actually
I'm
never
gonna
got
give y'all the benefit of the doubt, but yeah,
one. It's called a surprise.
visit us at Portland.
Yeah. So like last time we were in Portland, I really wanted to go to one, but I remember when I told you I have
You guys should have visited us. You know,
I should
We
have.
were supposed to.
Well, so remember when I told you I get lap dance anxiety?
Mhm.
I had bikini barista anxiety, and I was
my
like,
God.
"What do you do when you go there?" I don't know. I don't want to be weird.
And then he was like, I don't look very good right now. And I was like, babe, I'm pregnant. Like,
I was
let's just
making
go.
excuses.
No, next time you guys should go. It's
I
Yeah.
want to so
It's
bad.
an experience, and you guys know lots of the girls. Like,
Mario's making fun of me earlier in the
I
car.
was.
She's like, you've boned a lot of the girls from my coffee stand.
Oh.
yeah, all my coworkers, I'm like, yeah.
Very professionally, though. You know,
My
I might
my
add.
boss is like very happy about it. She's like, yeah.
She is?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I have the best girls.
She does. Props to her. What's her name?
Caprice.
Oh, Caprice.
Caprice.
Okay. I've heard good
I like
things
that
about
name.
her.
Oh yeah, she's great. I really like her. She's a very thoughtful boss, and
Oh,
she
that's
has
so
has
important.
worked really hard in this new building that we have.
That's cool.
And she's a mom too.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you like your boss or your employees, your work, so much better.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a good relationship with all the girls. Like it doesn't feel like it's a competition or anything like
That's
that.
so
That's
important.
So good.
We're
Yeah.
all like bonding really good. Like
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Because I'm sure it could go in that direction. I'm sure there's barista stands that it's like that.
yeah. Bikini Barista, it's similar as like being a dancer, but like not really. You're
Mhm.
alone, and you know, it's not. I don't know. I don't see it as a competition. You know, you promote and you do your stuff, and you shouldn't compare. Like sometimes,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. If there was like a bunch of you all together, I bet that could kind of.
Yeah. Well, we
Be
can work
like
together,
that.
but it's different.
Yeah.
What's it different?
I mean, than dancing.
no, I mean, like, what do you do differently when you work with another girl? There's no like interaction between the two of you.
Oh, yeah.
as part of the, there is.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh.
It's
What-
pretty fun.
Okay.
What are the boundaries at a barista stand? Like what is allowed for those of you that don't know what it is? Like what is
Talk into that
allowed?
thing, Jill.
What's not allowed?
Well, definitely what's not allowed, that is a big no. You cannot touch us. It's a drive-through.
Okay, so no touching.
Not touching ever.
Only looking.
Only looking ever. What other one?
Do you ever like sell your panties or anything like that through the
Oh,
window?
yeah.
I've done it, but you know, it's not good to advertise it like that.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
very
Yeah.
sanitary.
Yeah.
But I just done it
True.
with people that, you know, regulars that know me very well, and like, where are my pennies for today?
Ah.
They're like, here, you know.
You should know men are pretty unsanitary, so
But it's not that I really promoted it.
I see. Just for the special ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Gotta be a real one.
How long have you been doing that for?
Almost 2 years
Okay.
It's a pretty
Mhm.
long time.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
about as long as you've been.
doing sex work too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So was that your first job in like
In the sex industry, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Were you like nervous when you started?
Oh, yeah,
How did
it
you
w-
feel?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was like my first, like, it's a different thing when you're doing it online. And when I was
Yes.
doing it online, it was like 6 months, you know? Like I
Okay.
started doing OnlyFans for 6 months, and then I was interested in being a bikini barista. So like having that interaction in person was kind of shocking.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I
Like hearing it in person and people
Uh-huh.
looking at you, it was like
Yeah.
kind of shocking in that sense.
honestly I've had to do so little in person that like I still have that.
Mhm.
Oh, me too. I'm trying to picture myself showing my boobs and like a guy in his car, like looking. I don't know.
Yeah, like being in lingerie with a guy and be like, hey,
Yeah.
how can I serve you? You know, it's it took me a second
Sounds
to
kind of hot. I'm
to-
not gonna lie.
it took me a second to have like my character, because of course you don't act like that in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys do think that, but
Yeah.
no, you know, like in real life, I'm playing a character. Same when
Yeah.
I model, I'm playing a character.
Yeah.
It's still you. It's just is more extroverted version because that's kind of how
It's
like
more
my-
naughty.
More naughty. okay.
Yeah.
You're not as like horny in real life, or
I don't know, maybe. I think that was like the easiest thing for me when I started doing sex work. I think I always being a sexual person. So
Mhm.
that was like that was easy for me. But like being a sexual person and in like an openly manner was like the thing that was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
You know, like being that exposed, because you have a lot of exposure,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
I think it would take me some time to like warm up to it. Like when you turn a camera on, I'm very used to like the camera and like
Mm-hmm.
that turns me on.
Mhm.
Like, oh, the camera's on, I'm performing now. So I think you just probably get into that mode at some point. You get
Mhm.
used to it and you're like, okay, I'm in my like barista mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxo asked if you wear pasties or if you get the real deal. If
Oh, can you see
pay enough.
nipples?
Maybe. Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
Maybe.
we can do that. There's no really rules in your outfit, but like sometimes there's rude people that don't even tip. So I think like, you know, you're already seeing me half naked when I'm gonna show you my nipples like that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, you know, like I think it's really rude to go anywhere and not tip at least $1.
Yeah.
You know,
that is the kind of place that you're supposed to tip.
Yeah, like I'm literally naked in the middle of a highway and you are not tipping.
Yeah,
that's another rule. Don't go to a Bikini Barista stand without tipping.
Yeah,
like at least,
of course. Yeah,
like don't do that.
Yeah,
the girls will not love you. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I would feel.
I feel like some industries are out of control with tipping, and some industries are like, I'm shocked that we don't tip.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. Well, I have worked in the service industry too. So I don't know. I think it's when you're in the other side, you're more thoughtful of those things.
Yeah, of course.
Like when you go to a restaurant and you don't pick, like you leave the plates all fucking dirty. Like, you know, like just because that's their job, that's, you know, it's not an excuse to be like that. You know, pick up after yourself. They're already picking the plate for you.
That's why I'm saying it's very formative experience to work in the service industry.
Yeah, when you're being in the other side, it really does change how you behave.
Yeah, too. I was a waitress for years, so like, I get it when like sometimes they forget something or you know things happen. Like some people have been so rude to me when I was a waitress, and I was like, wow, dude, like I'm not your punching bag. Like I'm just a person, you know? Yeah. So, yeah.
And also when the waitresses are kind of rude to me too sometimes, like depends of how the level of rudeness, of course. Yeah. But like sometimes, you know, they're having a bad day. Maybe they got dumped that day. Yeah. Maybe, you know, their mom was like a bitch to them. Or, you know, maybe they didn't get paid enough or something's going on, you know? Like I see compassion in those things too.
Mari, your story is kind of interesting because a few years ago you weren't even in the United States. Am I saying, is that accurate? Saying a few years?
What's the time frame?
Oh, I've been in the States for 7 years now.
7 years. Okay.
7 years.
So it's kind of a minute now.
Yeah, it's been 7 minutes. Where were you born?
I'm Venezuelan.
Oh, okay.
Venezuela.
And so how old were you when you moved to the United States?
I was 17.
Okay. Wow, so did you finish school in the US?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you must have been like a junior or a senior.
I was a junior halfway. Like I was like, because we moved in like November of 2015. So that was like already a period of junior.
So you're like right in the middle of the school year, huh?
I was supposed to be like in my country. I was a senior. So it was just a weird thing like, oh, I have to do another year here. You know, like all my friends were graduating or graduated already. And I was like in school here. But it was okay. I wouldn't say it taught me some English. It's not that I had like an English class. I just wing it.
You just wing it?
I wing it, yeah. For like the first 6 months, I kind of almost failed all my classes.
Oh my God.
It was very hard.
Even math?
Oh, math I would, regardless of not knowing the language.
Yeah, fuck math.
Yeah, it was rough. Because I'm like, I don't know. Like,
you like didn't have any friends? Do you like?
No.
Because I moved schools several times as a kid because my mom had this weird habit of always like marrying people and like moving, which was weird. And I specifically remember being in school and walking. My least favorite time was lunch because I had no one to sit with.
Oh my God, that was my least favorite time too. Like I will cry. I will go to the bathroom and cry.
Yeah, and I remember like walking to the lunchroom and being like, fuck.
But eventually I found some friends that spoke Spanish. One of them was Colombian and stuff, but we never really were that close. But at least I had people to sit down and lunch. Because like for a second, it was like that. Like I would feel really lonely to like grab my lunch and like just sit down.
Yeah.
And I would see everyone like, you know, talking. I'll be like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have an excuse for being isolated. Like you had a really good excuse. I just collected Pokemon cards and was like overweight and weird. I self-isolated, I guess.
But as you got older, you had like a group of friends and you sat with them.
Yeah.
at lunch?
Yes. Well, in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a couple friends in middle school that we weirdly ended up being friends, but it was like we were kind of all close because we had nowhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like it was the opposite for me. Like I sat with people, and then as I got closer to senior year, it was just like I would sit by myself or like with my girlfriend if she had like that lunchtime. But by the time I was a senior, I wasn't really as friends with as many people. And
you went to a small school though.
yeah, I did. There was like 100 people that graduated
Ooh,
with me.
very small.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't remember. But it was the first one because when we moved the first time, we stayed in that place for like 6 months or something, and then we moved to another zone. So here in the States, it's like the school that is closest to you. That's the school that you got assigned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
Yeah.
So we moved to a different area that was like 30 minutes away from the other. Like we moved in Plantation the first time that we got here. It was Plantation, Florida. And we lived there for like 6 months. And then we moved to Fort Lauderdale. So I graduated in another school in Fort Lauderdale. So
you moved again.
So I moved again. So yeah. So
another lunchroom.
Exactly. So the little 2 friends that I made in that school were gone.
Ugh.
So I have to do new ones again. Traumatizing. It was really traumatizing. So that's why I don't really like moving.
We talked about that earlier. Yeah. What are the biggest differences that strike you between education and Venezuela versus
oh my
in
God,
the United States?
A really big topic.
Is it?
Like, what do you mean? Like, I am sharing classes with sophomores. Like in my country, it's just 1 grade, like all 6th graders, and I'll see you every day. And we have the same classes, it's like we have a salon, and that's it. Here, you have different classes, like English class or,
Yeah.
periods. You call them periods here. So in each period, you see the same people, but it can be from even different grades. I'm like, what is that? It's really weird.
Well, some people excel in math, and so in the United States, we kind of try to give them the opportunity to take more advanced classes at a particular age. Mm-hmm. And on the flip side of it, some of us needed like remedial math. Mm-hmm. So, you could be a 9th grader taking like geometry with the juniors.
It's insane. I mean, it didn't make sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I started out in remedial classes in high school, and by the time I ended, I was taking like AP classes. So I kind of enjoy the way it works.
I graduated and I still don't understand those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like in my bubble. I was like, anything
that
I was just like, I just want my high school diploma. That's the goal here. Yeah.
Did you like any subjects? Like
I did theater.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I always was a theater kid. So I did theater in high school here, but I never really participated because I couldn't like do an audition because I barely knew how to speak English. But it was nice to, have listen at least, or
I did theater camp when I was a kid for 2 summers. Mm-hmm. I did the Sound of Music and the Little Shop of Horrors. Those are my plays.
Those are good ones. Little Shop of Horrors is good.
Half of it was in sign language.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
We had to learn sign language.
Interesting.
Oh, sign language. That's pretty cool.
It was. I forgot all of it. I just know like boy.
I know.
Girl.
Thank you.
All done? I'm trying to learn it for our baby.
I don't know.
More?
That's it. I'm out.
I think more. I don't know. Does anyone know sign language?
I know. Thank you. You say thank you like this.
It's not like they could show us, babe, if they knew sign language.
They could tell us.
Yeah. Well, they could lie.
Well, yeah. Trying to teach our baby these things. All done.
So you finished high school, and then you were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna move."
Well, I finished high school, and then I did like the certificate for like the health thing.
So you just like went to a community college and got like a certificate in health services, or was that?
It was, yeah.
Or like a private school?
It was a private school.
Yeah.
And I also did theater too. So I did those 2 things. And then I met the boyfriend that I dated for almost 5 years, and I moved with him.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you guys met in the US?
We met online, so
Mhm.
we were chatting online for a second.
Okay.
He was Venezuelan too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he used to live in a different city, so he would like drive, like he would live in Orlando, and I would live in like Fort Lauderdale, so he would like drive down.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of cute.
3 hours to see me, and we kept doing that for like maybe 3-4 months, and then
Aw.
I wanted to move out from my parents' house, and I moved with him.
Cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Are you guys still friends?
We ended in good terms.
Okay.
He's engaged now.
Oh.
So, we still follow each other in social media, and I wish him well,
Uh-huh.
but we don't talk or anything like that,
It's kind of weird to talk with your
And
exes.
I know.
It
honestly.
is.
The last time that I saw him, he works in Apple.
Uh-huh.
So for Christmas, I bought a new computer, and he was there. At the Apple store.
Oh,
So he was
man.
like, oh, and I was like, oh.
Oh,
So we updated each other a little bit, and that's how I found out like he was engaged too. Even
Oh, gotcha.
So he's like, he was moving with his partner and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and like he was still living in the apartment that we lived together, and a lot of the stuff we bought it together, or I bought it, but I let him keep everything.
that's nice of you.
Yeah, I just wanted to start fresh, you know?
Okay.
Like I hold a lot of sentiment to things.
Okay.
So like I didn't want my new place to be like, oh.
You don't
Yeah.
want to be sitting on the same futon as you guys.
No.
bought together.
I was like,
Yeah.
you can keep everything. The only thing that I grabbed was the mattress
Okay.
because
That's a very sentimental thing, though, Mari.
Was it a nice? It was.
I mean, it was very expensive. It was a mattress that I paid $400 for. I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
you can.
You can't put a price on good sleep.
That
Yeah,
actually was one of our first big
It was.
purchases.
Our first big purchase was a mattress.
Was a nice mattress.
yeah,
Yeah.
mattresses
And we were,
are
like,
so
pumped on
expensive.
it.
Yeah.
Mattresses
they
are
were.
so expensive. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw him and he was like, hey, do you want the TV?
He offered?
Yeah.
That's very nice
I
of
was
him.
like, I mean, yeah, if you're moving. He's like, yeah, I don't really need it. Do you want it back? And I'm like, sure. So now I
Okay.
have a TV.
Nice.
Cool.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any questions for Mari, by the way? You can always jump in and ask her questions.
I want to ask Mari about her sexual awakening
A sexual awakening.
because shortly
That's a good
after
one.
she switched teams.
Had you dated a woman before that guy?
No.
Okay.
Like I always flirted with them, but I thought it was just, I don't know, like I never felt that I could fall in love and like have like a deep emotional connection
Mm-hmm.
with a woman
Yeah.
because I've never really experienced it. But then, like it happened and I was like, ooh.
Can you tell us about?
I was like top and bottom. Ooh.
Ah.
Can you tell us about like one of your first experiences? You don't have to mention names or anything, or
My first experience was I dated a guy in high school
Mhm.
in Florida.
Mhm.
And when me and my ex broke up, I moved to Florida for like a month to like decompress from Portland
Yeah.
and finding a new place for myself. And he dated a girl that was like in the same community that I was around in Miami. So I met her in person
Mhm.
and we bonded because like, oh, we dated the same dude. And then she was wearing a Hello Kitty shirt and we smoked and had McDonald's and make out.
Oh,
And that was
man.
it for me.
Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
that's
And then the next date we had sex and I was like, ooh, this is for me.
guys. Write that down. Hello
Mhm.
Kitty, McDonald's, weed.
She fucked Hello Kitty for me though. It ended up
really?
really
Every
bad.
time you see it,
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah.
you're like goodbye.
That was
Kitty.
like my sexual. The only thing that she did for me was she awakened that for me. She was
Okay.
very feminine, but she knew how to top.
Oh.
I need someone that knows how to top.
Okay.
What is?
Noted.
Top?
I'm gonna be like I know, but like what does it entail? Is it a personality? It's not just a sexual thing, is it? Or
I mean, I will say that my personality is very top. Like I live by myself. I pay my own things. I'm
Uh-huh.
very, I can rely on myself most of the times.
so bottoms aren't just like submissive on a personality level. They may be like submissive or dependent on someone.
Yeah.
Other ways.
Yeah. Like I would say I have a top personality, but secretly I want to just bottom most
Yeah.
of the time. That's not a surprise.
That's basically like-
because some were like, yeah, you're a bottom. And I'm like, yeah, sure I am.
Yeah, it's kind of like me too. Like I secretly just want to be pampered and like taken care of.
Yeah.
and
But
then-
I also, like to give too,
Okay.
like, but I don't know
that
how
can be
to,
a bottom thing though, right? Like just like being the giver.
switch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm usually not the one that starts things, you know? Like, I need a top in that sense, at least sexually, you know? If you top me, then I have to give you back. It's not that I'm just going to lay down,
Okay.
you know? So I never being like in my sexual awakening and queer, I've never, even when I had sex with straight men, even when I had sex with men, I wouldn't just like, oh yeah, you do everything, you know? Like when you're with someone, you want to give them too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If not, why are you having sex?
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm. Why are you having sex then if you're not fucking?
I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
You've used the word gay and then queer. Is there like, is there any way to like kind of, I know they're like very fluid terms.
I think for it changes from different people. From different,
yeah, that's what I was thinking
from people
too.
to people. I think for me they mean the same thing.
Okay,
that's
what I was kind of
like. Queer and gay, they mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Unless you say lesbian, like that's more. You know. I think I don't know. For me, it's very fluid.
I'm curious. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like queer is more
androgynous, fluid.
Androgynous, yes.
Yeah.
Gay is like more like I'm gay for that other like the same sex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I consider
only.
Yeah, I consider myself both. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
Yeah,
I'm still in a fantasy, but I am queer.
So you've dated men and women. How is it different arguing with a man versus a woman? Like when you fight, are there any like differences?
I think feminine people or feminine presenting people or people with vaginas tend to be more emotional.
Okay.
So that's definitely the difference.
Okay.
You know?
Like is that a bad thing or a
men
good
can
thing?
be, or people with penises, I don't mind. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
They can be emotional too, but it's really a difference when with people with vaginas. I think like, I don't know if it will get to the point when someone with a vagina does something to you hurts more because it's like, you know what you're doing, you know, like, you know,
she knows where the strings are to pull.
Yeah. Like you, like this fucking, you know, you did it. And
she knows how to like make a woman like hurt.
Yeah. And men sometimes are a little oblivious. So it's like, you know, like I get it. But with a girl does it, it's like, you suck, you know?
I think it also depends on how people fight. People have different like fighting styles or like the way they want to like hurt their partner.
Yeah. I think what it's a no-no for me, it's like, you don't yell at me regardless of how frustrated are you. I don't yell to people. Like, I think that your point of view would be the same regardless the tone of your voice that you're using. I don't yell to people ever, and that's like a harsh boundary for me. It's very triggering when people yell at me.
I don't like yelling or like when people are like really snarky when they're
what is
like
snarky?
Oh, I'm snarky.
Yes,
the snarky is a little this weird mixture of patronizing and sarcastic.
Oh, like passive aggressiveness.
A little, no, it's kind of just like,
I know better than you.
Yeah.
Oh, like cocky.
Yeah, kind of. It's like I'm telling you.
It's like a faux sophistication. I'm smarter than you. My opinion matters more, kind of.
It like makes you feel small.
But snark can also be like hilarious. It can also be like a lot of people
like
that
dark humor.
A little bit. It's like making fun of you, but also like making the room laugh, kind of a little bit too.
I feel like men do that a lot. You know, they
gay men
fun
they
at each other.
mansplain you a lot. Like if I'm stupid, I'm like, if I haven't asked you this, why are you explaining it to me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or gay men are the king of snark. I will just say that right now.
Yeah.
I think they are.
I think they are too.
Yeah. Like the San Francisco gay was like the top level snarkiest I've ever experienced.
Yes.
And I just want to mention earlier, Mari said men aren't as emotional, and I think men are also emotional. We just hide it.
Yeah.
We hide our emotions very well.
I was gonna say you're socialized to like respond in a different way when you're feeling
I guess
emotional.
Unfortunately it's not as normalized for men. I think men are like I don't know, like don't cry or don't be sensitive or don't, you know, it's like a feminine side. I think everyone, regardless your gender, you should have a little bit of feminine femininity energy and a little bit of masculine energy, regardless of
Totally.
your gender.
Yeah.
And I think something that happens, between men is like maybe they don't get to express their feminine side as often.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that.
You guys, we have to thank Joe. Joe just dropped
Yes,
a
Joe
big
Lover.
tip on us. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe, so much. We were in deep in the combo, so I wasn't sure
Yeah,
when to
we didn't
like
want to cut it off.
Yeah.
What else can we ask her? Can we ask her personal things now about sex?
Yeah, why not? Is there something you want to ask specific?
I'm always curious to know if people are masturbators or not. Because Jill is not. Not to call her out.
I am.
Yeah, most people are.
I
Like the
am.
vast majority of people I meet are.
Yes, usually I just masturbate. Most of the times I do it out of because I'm bored.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people do it to like help them go to sleep. Some people do it
Yeah,
to like
I do that too.
Like especially, I found that a lot of people will do it when they get anxious. Like,
yeah, or when they're depressed,
Yeah.
just to feel something.
Mari's just like whenever.
Yeah.
We start like naming off like prerequisite emotions.
I'm happy. Yeah, time to jerk off. I'm sad. Time to jerk. Yeah, I do.
Joe Lover.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe.
It's a huge tip, dude.
I feel like it's important to say that I'm rarely by myself. So like, I feel like that's part of it. There's been a time where I've been on my own by myself, and I think I did masturbate during that time a little bit.
You think you did?
Well, I remember watching porn and masturbating a little bit.
A little bit?
Yes. When I was not dating someone, I moved back in with my parents. So I wasn't going to just like, my mom like walks in the room all the time.
No, I'm shameless, I guess.
I'm just saying it's a rare time in my life where I haven't been since I started having sex, I've never really been single, only for like a very, very short bit. And I'm always around my partners. Like I'm always like,
Jill, have you ever been caught masturbating?
no, I don't
No.
think so.
I don't think I have either,
I
but
don't think so.
then again, there was that time I walked in on my roommate jerking off.
Oh, that's right.
And
you have to tell the
I
story.
walked in and no, this is a different time.
Oh.
But I walked in and he was like jerking off and it was just his back and I just like shut the door and walked away and he never knew I saw him.
Oh.
The other story is funny. Yeah.
Tell it.
Yeah, I want to know now.
I had a friend who was kicked out of his house in high school and he was crashing at my buddy's house. And my buddy's parents had this like other small little like in-law suite. And he was staying over there and we walked into the in-law suite one time and he was in the middle of masturbating. And this is actually one of those things I can't get out of my head. I can still picture it in my head. And he looked at us and he screamed, "I can't stop." He's like, "I can't stop."
Oh my God.
And I was like, "You can't, like in general or in this moment?"
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to understand, like what he meant by that. Like,
Do you mean you're going to have to do it again tomorrow or you just need to finish?
I was thinking maybe he was about to come and he like couldn't stop, or like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I don't know, like kind of weird. How old
Yeah.
were you?
17 or
Okay.
17.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So extra
it's not
horny
bad.
time per guy, right?
Mari, what kind of toys do you have? Do you use a toy?
I
Like
use a toy all the time.
Okay. Never an old fashioned with the fingers.
I think I have very small fingers.
And you need
they
big.
don't- Yeah, I my fingers doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
Kind of embarrassing.
No, it's
No,
fine. you know?
I prefer to use a vibrator.
Yeah.
We're in the information age. There's no need to go all like hunter gatherer and use your hands. Like
I want a guaranteed orgasm if I'm going to masturbate, and that's a guaranteed orgasm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I'm gonna masturbate and I need to come, I'm gonna use a vibrator.
Yeah.
No.
I think sometimes fingers feel good, but it's usually during sex or like, and something else.
Mari, what kind of toys do you have?
I have the Hitachi.
Mhm.
I have the Womanizer. I have the Satisfier. Those three. Just those three.
And you?
How do you feel about the Satisfier?
Oh.
Because Jill has a mixed relationship with it.
I used to love it, but then I met the Hitachi.
Yeah.
And now the Hitachi is it for me.
And now they're fighting the Hitachi.
Oh no, the Hitachi won.
Oh, he won.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a pussy mutilator. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so good. And it's
so
just big.
good.
It's big, so you're going to hit the area
Yeah.
that you need to get to.
So good.
Does it plug into the wall or does it have a battery?
Plugs in the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
fucked all day.
Oh, okay, Nick. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging. Vinegar strokes.
Yeah, that's when you can't stop. There's a weird thing that happens when a man masturbates and you get to that point. Like if you stop, stuff will come out, but you won't have an orgasm.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. I used to think that guys could always have an orgasm when they ejaculate, but guys can ejaculate and not have an orgasm.
Yeah,
I didn't know that for the
Yeah.
longest time.
it sucks.
Isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
It is very weird. I can come multiple times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
brag about it. Why don't you?
Actually, I saw Jack come
I came twice in a
twice
row
in a row,
recently.
which I feel like
Within
I've never
30
seen
seconds.
you do that.
I've only done it a few times in my life.
Yeah, he came and then came like all
30 seconds.
It was kind of weird. I mean, it was interesting.
I did it with my hand, I'll add.
Yeah, which is crazy
Why?
because usually you have to fuck to come.
No, I can use my hand. Come on.
Well, I mean, when it comes to like
I
oral
know
and
myself
stuff-
really well. Sometimes I just would rather use my hand than try to initiate sex.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just easier. I don't have to like beg you.
Like
Sometimes I just
Oh,
know you're not going to be
no.
in the mood and I don't feel
Rubbing.
like
You're
being
like,
all toppy, you know?
rubbing in there, like.
Yeah. It's like Jill's mad at me. Fuck it.
Oh no. Oh, orgasm denial? Yeah. I don't know if I'm into that.
I am.
You want to be denied?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do the denying?
I like that too.
Oh. Have you ever taken like one of those like sex quizzes?
No.
S&M
Oh no, I have
quiz?
never.
They're just sex
Oh
quizzes
yeah,
in
I
general.
have. I guess yes. I have.
Do you remember like what it came up with?
The first one was exhibitionist.
Ah.
yeah.
So women are typically more exhibitionist and men are more, generally speaking, more voyeuristic.
I guess. I'm not sure, but I do.
Ladies
like,
like to show off more and then
I
men
like
like
to
to
show
watch.
off. I'm like, yeah.
But there are some guys that do like to, you do meet guys like that too. Yeah.
Mari,
For me, it just makes sense because of my job.
Okay, so
Yeah.
exhibitionist. What else?
The other one was switch, and the
Okay.
other one was submissive.
Ah.
okay.
Those
Okay.
were the top three.
All right.
Ah.
I can't remember my top. I know I'm pretty vanilla. And
I had vanilla as one
at the
of mine.
time I took it as an insult. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Vanilla is a great flavor.
Yeah, it is.
Who doesn't like vanilla?
Thank you for making me feel better.
Mine had like a weird, not a weird category, but I didn't like the title of it.
Rope bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
No, it was like caregiver or something like that. And I was like trying to understand what that meant, but I think it's just like you like to take care of people.
You're
You
very
like to give
nurturing.
the pets.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
Yeah. I was vanilla that
Princess.
submissive.
Pillow princess.
Pillow princess was up there.
Yes. I can confirm.
I
I can confirm the pillow princess part.
we love a pillow princess.
We do.
We do.
Most of the time. Mari, what do you look for in a partner?
Good. Sexually or
Oh, I was just gonna. I was like realized I need to specify, physically or personality wise or sexually wise. Is there something you look for physically in a partner, or have you in the past been attracted to a wide range of people?
I don't know. With the two, well, my girlfriend and the person that I've seen, you will see like, oh, this is very clear. She has a type. But I don't know. I guess I like people. I don't know if
She's getting shy. I like it.
I don't know physically. Like, I think this was like an accident, but I don't know.
Do you like tall or short?
Not smaller than my height.
Okay, so tall.
Yeah, or my size,
Okay,
at least. I'm
which
very
is
small.
5'1" or 2?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". Yeah.
But I like the young Leonardo DiCaprio. Girls that look like, I'm like,
sexy models.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
wait, you're attracted to him or girls that he likes?
Girls that look like him.
Oh, girls that look like him.
Yeah, like Twinkie Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah.
Twinkie Leonardo
He's
DiCaprio.
a very sexy guy.
Because I was gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio,
like
dates.
the hair and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
does it for me.
Oh,
I get it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I like girls that, or you know, something that I really like in a personality, or like the first thing that my girlfriend did to me, and not sexually. She will like flirt with me with finger guns, and I was like, that's so cute. I like dorky people.
Okay.
I like people that are dorky and like artsy and like to do crafts.
Okay.
Oh, crafts.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you like painting or like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Passions.
Yes, I like passions.
Okay. I get into that. I like kind of sort of dorky, nerdy too.
Go on.
But I also like people that own something about themselves. Like I've been into really androgynous women that like, I feel like they like really own their look and it just works so well for them.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah. And then I like women that are super feminine too, but like they have found what fits them. So
Mhm.
they know who they are.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I like meeting someone that I'm like, oh, they've found themselves.
Mhm.
That's like really sexy to me.
It's also very sexy to me. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So men or women, both. Yeah.
You're the girl you're dating now
Yeah.
is tall and blonde, right?
Yeah. She looks like Leonardo DiCaprio and Tinkerbell together.
Oh my God.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said her name, I've seen pictures of her on Twitter
Yeah.
before, and I was
Yeah,
like,
she's
oh,
very pretty.
hot.
Yeah, her name, she's Kayla Coyote.
Very hot.
You guys you should check her stuff. She has gray boobs.
She's a real model.
Yeah, she's a Playboy model. Yeah,
and boobs matter, Mari?
not really. You know,
Okay.
If I get them, I'm not gonna complain.
Okay.
But if I don't, I'll be like, this is fine.
Okay.
You know?
Just curious.
Yeah.
Because you're really petite, but you have big boobies.
I
and
think-
that's pretty rare.
I don't know if it's because I don't know if I have big boobs or the fact that I'm so small that it's the first thing that pops out.
No.
It's a combination of both, Mari. Yeah.
But you have boobies.
I do have boobies.
is that how you say it, babe? Boobies?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I love boobies.
Me too. I mean, we share that.
That's
Mari.
what I think hers are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Boobies.
you have boobies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I relate.
Like your type?
Well, so if you said tits, it would have meant something else.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Tits
Okay.
to me are like
Tits.
fake tit, round
Oh.
fake boobs.
Boobies, it's like cute.
Yeah.
I relate. I have boobs. Boobies.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I
They're yeah,
Jilly, you've got some boobies going on.
breasts.
Breasts, milkers. Right now, they really are genuinely milkers. They're in use.
Yeah, they are in use.
And they are out right now. I don't know if
They've probably grown in the last like hour.
they probably have. I've been watching them for research purposes.
Yeah. Recreational purposes.
And then yeah, like titties to me are like smaller boobies.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was going to say when you said tits.
Boobies are so like they hold power.
They do.
They
Yeah,
really
obviously.
do. The other day I went climbing with this with my best friend that is Gemma and the person that I'm also seeing because they like rock climbing.
So another person. You're
Yeah.
seeing two.
I mean, one is my girlfriend and the other one I'm talking to. We've
Oh.
been like seeing each other for like 4 months and they are pretty cool. They're a dance teacher and know how to crochet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're both very sweet and caring. But anyways, they like rock climbing and I was wearing a top and I was just wearing a top and my friend was talking to me and they looked at me like, yeah, let's go to that side. Like looking at my boobs. And I was like,
And you caught him looking at your boobs.
yeah, it was like we cracked for like 10 minutes laughing about that. I'm
Yeah.
like, what was that? And they were just right there. Like, what do you want me to do? It was like the up and down was so nice.
You can't help it, A good pair of boobs will
Yeah.
just hijack your
It's
vision.
so funny. They literally said like, yeah, let's go to that one. Uh-huh.
And that's nice that they're like recognize that about you. And
Is
That's
it?
like that. That's like
yeah,
the
when it's a partner, that's a good.
Oh
Okay,
no,
when
that
it's
was
a
not my
partner.
partner. That was my friend, Gemma.
Oh, well,
Who
you still know.
That's the person that got me hired at the stand. They confessed to me after we were good friends that the reason of what they were like, yeah, sure, let's work together is because they noticed I had good tits, good boobies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they said
If she was a man, she would be canceled. No, I'm just kidding. I hired you because you have great tits.
literally that like the first one night we were playing We're Not Really Strangers. I don't know if you guys have played that game before.
No.
No.
I should have brought my cards. It'll be good even for do the podcast next
Uh-huh.
time. But
yeah?
yeah.
What is it called? We're not strangers.
We're Not Really Strangers. You guys should buy the cards. Like they're funny questions, like personal questions.
Oh.
And one of the questions was like, what was the first thing that you thought when you met me? And they wrote down good boobies.
Yeah.
Oh,
That,
One
honestly,
of the things they were
it's
like,
fucked up, but I would have said the same thing about Jill.
really?
Good boobies.
They were out when we met, though. They were like, they wanted to be looked at.
I know what I was. I remember what I was wearing when I met you.
I don't
Oh.
remember.
I was dressed in my homeless aesthetic, so I was in no condition to be looked at.
I was wearing a blue like spaghetti strap top.
Oh,
And
someone
these
said,
little
hi, Mari. I
shorts.
get drinks from her at the stand.
Oh.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Keep it coming.
Is there any nudity today, or is it not? Just because hey can't look away is asking.
I don't know. I feel like we would have to discuss that. Since
We
we're doing
would, and we'd have to cut it out of the ultimate recording of this, but
True.
I don't care.
We'd have to set a goal or
They're not
something
my
if we're gonna do
boobs
that.
to. I asked for you, dude. See,
Mm.
AWD. What's your favorite thing to order from Mari?
Yeah. What do you order? What
Right.
drink?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll know by that.
Thank you, Night Shift.
No, but I helped her buy a toy. Oh, maybe I remember you.
Uh huh.
Oh.
Mhm.
Because that's the funny thing about the internet. You're like, oh God, who is it?
Thank you for the toy. Maybe, I don't know, because most of my toys people have bought it for me, but I hope it was the Hitachi. That was like the best one. Yeah. it was
Somebody
really
get
good.
her a Dami stat.
Yeah.
Deliver it to.
I do hot cocoa. Mm.
Ooh. Do you have a favorite? What do you like making the most?
I like making Red Bulls.
Oh, Red Bulls.
Mhm.
It's like a smoothie or just.
Is there any booze in it?
Like alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just like flavoring, like syrup, like
Oh,
a
okay.
strawberry Red Bull or like
Oh, you just
Like a
added
Shirley
rose-
Temple, but
rose
like a
peach Red Bull. Like we just put syrups
okay,
and the Red Bull ice.
okay.
Oh,
Like
tasty.
like Dutch Bros. You know, when you go and buy a Red Bull.
I've
Mhm.
never been through a Dutch Bros.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. Well, when I traveled, getting coffee because I'm a huge coffee slut.
Mm.
I'm hopelessly addicted to caffeine.
Oh,
Oh,
it was the Hitachi.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's very sweet. To
Good
me.
job.
I haven't seen you in a minute. You haven't come visited me in a minute.
So you have like regulars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice to Hitachi. I enjoyed it a lot. It's so-
She was talking about it earlier.
Mhm. I enjoyed it a lot.
Do you ever get female customers or is it always guys?
Most of the female customers that I have are my friends.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're just coming to support you.
Mm-hmm.
No unaccompanied women showing up.
They do, but it's not as consistent.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Have you ever had any like really bad experiences at the stand?
Not like any traumatizing, but
Okay.
yes, I have had rude people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you've never had someone like try to jump through the window and
No,
grab
thank
your
God.
booty or something?
No, nothing
Okay.
like that. No.
That's
Yeah.
good.
No, I've never had like a.
That's good.
I think I've had more traumatizing experiences out of the stand,
Yeah.
like just a regular day
Mhm.
than working.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So like rude as in like they wanted more?
Yeah, or like don't tip, or
Okay.
like I don't know, drive really slow
Mhm.
and stare,
Oh.
you know, or like stay there for hours to look at me.
Mhm.
Ugh.
That's got to be the worst one.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, because you're like, what are they going to do when I leave?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a very
Ah.
creepy one.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Trying to think of any other
I have
barista
a
questions.
question for you, Jill.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Okay.
sexual.
Oh, yeah.
Can you squirt?
Yes.
You can squirt?
I can squirt.
That's a talent.
It is a talent. It is a talent that is acquired.
So I can squirt. The first time I ever squirted was with the Hitachi.
Oh.
And it was on cam. And I should say it did happen one time when we were having sex, but I didn't know what it was. Like, wasn't that much. And I was like, oh, what is that? But I really knew when I did it on cam with Hitachi and it just like came out. And I was like, that's crazy. Like I squirted. And then since then, sex on top, riding, facing the camera. And he's like facing the camera. So I'm like on top of him. He's like fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually haven't done that position in a minute, but
I can squirt too.
Yeah. How do you squirt?
With hands.
Oh, really?
Hands.
Only with hands. I've only can squirt.
Do you
with
mean
hands.
like the fingers up and in and up?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way that I can squirt.
Oh, standing sex would probably make you squirt.
Are you? Yeah, probably.
I think so.
That's how I found out that I can squirt.
Okay.
Yeah. How long ago?
My ex of 5 years, he was the one that did it for me.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, I can squirt.
I'm always afraid to aggressively finger women.
Oh, I can come without fingers. That was another sexual awakening.
That's nice.
It was fingers. That face says it all.
Really, it was funny. I really couldn't tell, that the fingers, I think fingers are more, you can just move them easily.
Yeah.
To like touch the G spot.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I can just like squirt really quickly,
Oh.
really quick.
So Mari, I don't know if I told you this ever, but I have like a thing for that.
Yeah.
I'm not into water sports or anything, but for some reason when a woman squirts, I just lose it.
I find it very embarrassing, but the people
Oh my
the
God.
people that I've slept with said that it's really nice.
It's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
It might even be a little more hot that you're slightly embarrassed about it.
Really?
I hope I do a spell on people that I've squirted in their hands, to be honest. I hope they can never forget me.
I really like squirting because it just makes everything more lubricated.
Oh, it feels,
and then
so,
it feels
good.
so good.
It feels so
Yeah.
good. The only thing that I don't like is getting the bed really wet.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, let's put a towel and
Yeah.
sleep in it.
Because it's gross to like lay and then eventually you start feeling cold
Yeah,
once
it's like
you are covered in squirt.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like squirting. I just don't like because I can squirt very easily.
Oh my.
But
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
So
but
good.
I don't like when it's in the bed. Like it makes me self-conscious. Like
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I could squirt more even if I wouldn't think of like, oh my God, then I'm gonna have to sleep in this.
Well, the couch is leather, so
And we did just buy latex bed sheets.
Well, if you want to try it, fingers.
okay, noted.
I would squirt.
Latex bed sheet.
I'm a little old fashioned. I like trying to use mine.
Old fashioned. I'm
Don't
a
make
little
fun of me.
old-fashioned.
Don't make fun of me. Yeah, my first girlfriend I ever was with used to squirt like an insane amount.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? I just had sex. Now I have to do laundry too?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
fucking annoying.
I actually didn't even know it was happening at first. I was like, you just peed all over me. But I kind of liked it. To be sure, I don't enjoy peeing on I don't think I've ever peed on someone. I peed on Jill's leg in the shower.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
A
Sorry
lot
about
of
that.
times they'll be like, I'm not peeing. And I'm like, yeah, you are.
That has happened once in the last 6 months. And it was last night.
Yesterday, I was about to get in the
night.
shower.
And I was in the middle of there's
And you were
two
definitely
types
pissing.
of people, and there's people that pee in the shower, and there's people that say they don't pee in the shower. All right? Trying to conserve water.
We always shower together. Like
We're in drought conditions.
95% of the time we're showering together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always shower together.
Kind of embarrassing to say that when you pee in the shower.
Yeah.
Like, we all have done it.
There's one thing more embarrassing.
What?
It's scuba divers peeing in their wetsuit because you just have to hang out in your pee. Jill goes, yeah. So when you're scuba diving and you're 60, 80 feet down and you've got to go pee.
It's weird to pee underwater. Have you ever peed underwater? It's weird.
Yeah, I've peed in the ocean
It's
plenty
like
of times.
I think of the beach.
It
Yeah.
feels weird.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels weird.
For me, it doesn't really feel weird. It
Doesn't
feels
feel weird
weird
to me.
after like, oh, it's warm now.
Yeah, it feels weird when it's warm and then it gets unwarm and you're like,
Yeah.
it's cold now.
You're
Yeah.
like, okay, it's warm.
Maybe
It's so
that's-
funny. It's kind of nasty.
It is a little bit, but whatever. We all pee.
We've done it at the beach, you know? Like,
Yeah.
what if I need to pee? And you're like, okay, go. And
I love
pee.
how we've been
Yeah.
talking about pee for like at least 5 minutes now.
Well, indirectly at first, but now directly. Because I try to understand why I enjoy squirting so much. I think it's because it's a physical manifestation of an orgasm. Like a woman can say she's having an orgasm, but you really get
That's
to like,
that's like you're
see
not
it.
lying.
yeah,
You're not lying.
there's no,
it looks really hot.
it does.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, it does. I yelled it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first time that it happened with like one of the people, the person that I'm seeing, they were like, no one has ever, you can squirt? And I was like, yeah. Like, it's just so funny because I knew that I could squirt. So once we were done, they were like, you can do that? And I was like, yeah. I was like chilling. And they were like, oh my God. Like, they were like, that's like the hottest thing that has ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, see?
And
I
was
don't know
like,
what it is.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It feels good too when your partner's like into it. Then you don't have to feel like embarrassed about it or like hold back.
Yeah. But it was just so funny.
Yeah.
I was just like chilling. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And they were like, you can do that? Like, I don't know. It's like the first time that I've ever squirted with someone and they were like, you can do that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once you learn how to do it, or once you've done it to someone, you kind of like always want to do it again to someone. Because I've
Mm-hmm.
made people squirt that were like, I can't do it, or just like I'm broken. I guess there's, and then they've done it and been like, whoa.
Well, I
It's-
can't control it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't mean that it's less good or bad. It's
Mhm.
just like sometimes it just does it.
Right.
But I cannot choose like, oh, I'm gonna squirt tonight.
Mm-hmm,
You know? That's just depends of where,
Yeah.
We've kind of, Jill and I have kind of found that certain positions help, and then booze helps.
Yeah.
A couple drinks.
Oh, booze always help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being hydrated, of course.
Yeah. Being hydrated, having a little drink,
Yeah.
just feeling a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I'm trying to see if there's questions in the audience. Yeah.
It's just like, so how you tell if a girl is somehow interested in you?
Oh.
So can I try to answer that?
Oh yeah, it's for
We
everyone.
can all answer
It's
it.
for everyone.
So at least on the most surface level, I've always found that eye contact is a big thing. Someone
Oh,
that's
eye
interested
contact
in
is a
you
lot.
will keep eye contact with you longer than that socially acceptable time before they awkwardly look away.
Yeah,
They'll also like
the staring. It's the
yeah,
staring
yeah.
for
And they'll
me.
also like look away in like a different way.
Mhm.
So that's one of the first clues.
I agree with that,
someone-
too.
Yeah. What about
And then
you guys?
flirting in social media, of course, because we're shy bitches. So like after like the staring, it'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
sliding in any story, like you will post a picture of like the sun. I'm like, wow, the sun is really shining today, huh? You're like anything.
That shit doesn't work for men because there's so many thirsty dudes on the internet that like any kind of, at least I think so, any kind of like flirtatious behavior of a guy is just kind of like
I know,
cool.
but like sometimes what really I'm doing you guys a favor. This is a great advice. The last hookup I had with a man, he was a musician and I thought he was really cute, was in Miami. And the thing that it gave me the ick was that every time like he would engage with me or like respond to an Instagram story of me or like a photo of me, it was always sexual. Like you cannot compliment my hair. You cannot compliment my outfit. It was always like, you look so sexy.
Oh.
You look so sensual. You are always,
You got to work up to that, man.
You're like divine. You're like a god. And I'm like, okay, something else? Can you like, my cat is cute too. Would you say, oh, your cat is really cute? Like you have nothing else to say? That's an ick.
Yeah. I get that.
Automatically. I'm like, I'm never fucking you ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're fruity.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give her more than that. I would say, it's really hard to tell probably for some men, but women will genuinely smile at you and like laugh when they're enjoying your company. And I think that when a guy is talking to me and I'm not interested, like I'll usually do like a faker smile or like I won't like
Engage as much
with them. I'll just be like, oh, okay. You can like, after talking to someone long enough, you should be able to tell whether they're like interested or not, because women will just, or at least me personally, you'll know I'm like trying to avoid you or like trying to get away. I feel like if someone likes you, they're going to like keep engaging and laughing and smiling genuinely.
Yeah. Sometimes people are just nice and they can't say no to people. So.
Yeah, but you can tell the difference between like a fake smile and like
you give men a lot
one.
of credit. She smiled at me. She's into me. You're smiling at me right now.
I know. I'm like delusional like that. I'm like, oh, they looked at me. We're gonna marry.
Yeah.
Which, you know, love is like a drug. It really would do stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes it makes me feel, because I have friends that had just like a one night stand up with someone that they've done porn, and then they've been very vulnerable, and they have showed me like they wrote poetry about them, or like a love story, or they had this dream and wrote it down. So that makes me feel better when I fall in love with people that I've met. Just like, you know.
That's dangerous though. If you like hook up with someone and then you come the next time you see him, you're like, I have a poem. They're either going to be like, oh, that's so cute, or that's terrifying.
I will never do that. You know, like I would do it, but I would not tell them.
So you
right
like
away.
to keep it cool, keep your cool.
I keep it cool.
Right.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not like other girls.
Whatever, man, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
but
chill.
Secretly you're writing poetry.
I'm like, secretly I'm like foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
And then after a couple months, I'd be like, you know, like the second time that we hung out, I did this of you. Well, you know, with my girlfriend, the first time that we hung out, I was the one that invited her out for boba.
Oh.
And
that's a good first like low pressure date.
Yeah. And then we just hung out and it was really nice. She flirted with me with the finger guns and I was like, oh yeah.
Like the pew pew?
Yeah, the pew pew. She was like, pew pew. And I was like, and then she smoked on my balcony and left the joint, like half of the joint. Like it was almost done, you know? And I kept that joint for like 2 months.
And you're like, you forgot this last time.
I never said that to her. And like, it's been a year. And then now I told her.
Okay.
Wow. What did she think?
Babe.
I don't know. She just thought it was cute now.
Yeah, there you go.
But I told her after a year.
Yeah.
Until like one of my friends was like, you know, that's kind of creepy.
Well, I mean, it's cute if it's a joint, but if it was like a lock of hair, that would be creepy.
No, it was a joint. And I was like, what if this is my next girlfriend? And then we're girlfriends and I will put it in a letter. I'm like, this is the first time that we hang out.
That is cute.
So after Jill stayed at my house, she slept in my bed and I did not lay a finger on her. My bed smelled like her.
And you were like,
it drove me mad for like a week. The second pillow in my room smelled just like Jill.
I've done that too.
Yeah. And I just like
recently with people that I've dated.
Yeah. You smell the pillow and you're like, fuck.
Or like I let them borrow something of me and then they give it back to me and I will come out like, you know, days later I will come back and I'm like, wow, I miss them. And I will.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh.
They discontinued the perfume that I wore.
Did they?
Yeah. So I have to like
Thank
buy
God.
it on eBay. What do you mean, thank God?
Well, because it just has such a hold on me.
Oh.
It's a delicious smelling. What was it?
It's a Scotta Paradise? Something like that.
I don't know. I don't ever wear
the
smelly
pink and
stuff.
purple bottle. Pink, purple, and yellow.
It's nice. I don't know. I just feel love is a drug. It can be kind of scary.
It's a drug, you know, those neurotransmitters are going crazy.
Right.
So kind of the same effect as drugs.
Yes.
People in the audience, do you want to ask Mari some questions? We might be starting to kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. You have her undivided attention.
I wanted to say Jill's boobs are boobing, but I said boobs. Oops. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you're like.
No, I can relate, Mari. We're on the same page.
Yeah, it's hard to think. Yeah, I was like.
Yeah, you just short out.
It's time. It's honestly, I have to.
They're just so good.
I know they're. Oh my God.
I have to empty them soon. You know.
We met through friends. Mari, do you have a favorite sexual position with men?
And with a lady.
And with women?
It's been a long time. Like the last time that I had sex with a penis was with you.
Oh my God.
That was with you.
Wild.
That was the last time.
What an honor.
Really was the last time. But when I used to like currently like actively have sex with people with penises, I would like to be on top or like, I don't know how to explain it, like laying down, like hugging me.
Okay.
Like spooning?
Spooning.
Well, so
So
spooning,
those are my two faves too.
well, you kind of spooning is when you lay next to someone, but their back is to your chest.
Yes.
Oh, I
and they're
like
like
to be
penetrating
sideways.
you. Yeah.
I like to be like this, and then he is on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So like kind of spooning, but not.
Yeah, I like do those two. With a girl, I like when they're on top of me, or if they're like laying on me while they finger me, like laying it.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
or like, you know.
I was just gonna ask a really dumb question.
Yeah.
How do women have sex? I'm sure it's like different. You know?
It is different.
What do
It's
you
like-
like to do with women?
I like scissoring a lot.
You do.
Oh.
I will be like,
I thought that was like a fake thing. That,
Oh,
like,
no,
porn
Do you
made
find
up.
it hard to line up your anatomy in the right places? Feel like good.
it's kind of awkward at the beginning, but grinding feels really good. You
Yeah.
know, the grinding, it's like, you know, you don't really have sex like that.
Yeah.
You won't come like that. It's just
Mhm.
like a makeout,
Yeah.
like a pregame. We can
That's like a vagina makeout.
Like we can like with I think the first time that I hook up with my girlfriend, we had sex for like 6 hours.
Wow.
You know, like it's not that we stopped, like we didn't stop, like we would like take a break, go to the bathroom, drink water, and then kept going
Oh my God.
for like 6 hours.
That's so hot, Mari.
That's
Mari,
like,
you should have filmed that.
Help.
that was like the first time that we hook up. That was last year. She was gonna help me to do taxes. But
You filed an extension.
Oh God, that's such a good porno.
yeah, we ended up I got there like at 1, and then we just started talking and whatever, and we started making out like at 3, and we started like stopped having sex until like 7 or 8.
Wow,
Wow,
that's
that's
crazy.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. My pussy was very sore for like a week.
Yeah, I bet. If it's not
So-
sore after 7 hours, you're not
It
doing it,
was
right.
so sore. Like I will sit down and I'll be like, oh.
Did you ever put the Hitachi between the two of you?
Yeah.
And I like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hitachi is nice and big, like the head is nice and big, so it's easy to like.
Yeah,
It's
you have
easy to
one
do
in-
that.
Yeah, exactly. One on top, the other one in the bottom, and the touch in the middle. It's really good.
Yeah.
Boobs,
Oh my God.
great.
Yeah, fantastic
Mhm.
sounding.
Where is the most exciting or unusual place you've had sex?
It's not as it's not like ooh like elevator.
Oh,
Oh,
Have sex in
okay.
an elevator.
that's pretty
Do you think
exciting.
there's a camera in the elevator? Usually there is.
It was an old building.
Okay.
The ones that you open like.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay.
I was really horny. I was like, I'm horny, and they were like, okay, I'm coming. I was in a friend's house that were also that they were like we had friends in common.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I messaged them because they were coming over, and I was like, I'm horny, and they were like, okay, well, I'm coming over, and I went down to pick them up.
Girl.
I went down and picked them up, and yes, we had sex like really quick in the elevator.
Wow.
It was good.
I got head in the woods once when I was like in high school. And Jill and I had sex in an unfinished building.
Mm-hmm.
That was like it was like a whole neighborhood, like a development.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like a fantasy of mine. We went on a bike ride and I knew I was going to do it the whole time.
What about
It's
you?
like, it was,
It's always like that.
I don't, it's not always like that.
Yes,
It's
you
not.
always know we're gonna fuck at some point.
I don't always know
I mean,
because
in certain situations, I know that you.
I may be
know
plotting.
We're gonna fuck. I know, just know it.
Oh, my leg. Sorry, because I was like.
We were sitting on it. Oh,
no.
it's fallen asleep.
Oh. I would say, I really enjoyed, we did an RV trip. Our first RV trip, we were in the Oregon dunes, and there's like a wooded area, and there was a bunch of guys riding around in their what are they called? 4-wheelers. And I was doing some nude photos, and I think some of them may have saw me, and I was like kind of excited about that. And then we went into the woods and like fucked in there. And it was like pretty good, like quick sex. And I was like, oh, that was kind of nice. Like I felt like good. Like I took like sexy photos and felt good about myself. And then we had some like quick, good sex.
I remember do you remember like the horseflies?
Oh, that was bad.
Do you remember Jill's old dog
Okay, that was the worst part, was the dog.
hated
When
when
I
we
had
had
sex.
sex. I don't know if the dog thought I was beating her or something. He used to get terrified and run away.
He tried to run away when we were having sex the first time.
He did run away when we were having sex,
yeah.
and I went and chased him
my
in
God.
my boxers.
Yeah, so then we had to, then we had to tie him up, and then we did it again.
Which is like a weird form of torture.
Oh,
okay.
His camera died. Oh, they want to know your celebrity crushes.
Oh, can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah.
Well, like
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, cliffhanger. I'm going to hit stop recording. We'll be right back. And we're back. She really just needed to buy some time. That's what it was. She was like, I don't know who I should say. And she's like, I'm going to walk away.
well, maybe that's a little bit of truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to answer it.
Well, I said that I did really like young Leonardo DiCaprio. I did like him a lot.
He's so
But
cute.
if he had a vagina.
If he had a vagina.
Okay.
Now he is kind of creepy. He only dates
Young women.
young women.
Yeah, like 28 and below.
25,
Maybe even 25 and below.
25 and below.
Oh.
I think the current
Kinda
age gap for him
disappointing.
is 29 years. He's 29 years older than the girl he's dating.
Interesting. Like she was 20. Like he was 29 when she was born.
He's fucking rich and is living his best life. He's a great actor.
He's a great
He's
actor.
a fantastic actor.
He's
But-
probably a dick, but he's a great actor.
You think so?
I mean,
You think he's packing?
he's passive. I mean, passive. He's like full of himself.
You think so?
Probably.
I don't know. He's certainly good at acting full of himself.
Good actor.
Megan Fox.
Oh, she's hot.
Hot.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she will do it. hmm My favorite singer, Clairo. Also, I have a fat crush on her.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Good.
she's hot.
Have you seen I'll show you. She has a very gentle.
I got to see what gentle face means. I do not have a gentle face.
Oh, she looks so young. Oh, she's very beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So soft.
Oh, yeah. She
Like,
does
very
have a gentle
Cute,
face.
you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, she's 24,
Oh.
like me. You know.
Yeah,
but
it's
she
like
just
you.
has a very cute face.
Baby. Oh,
What
I
about-
know her music?
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, like
I know her music.
like yeah, she's very
oh, I
popular.
know who that is.
Jill's a lesbian.
She
I
likes
have some of
Clairo.
her music. She always like on a couch. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, all her
That's
I'm always
Yeah.
on the couch, too.
I mean, her album covers. She's always on a couch.
Oh.
playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Definitely know her music.
Are there things about people that just uncontrollably turn you on? Like if you find out someone's a musician, or if they like board games, or they're a computer nerd, or they like fly fishing. Is there something that you're just like, oh my God?
Yeah, if they do music, I'm like, if you
Yeah.
know, if they know, like if they write poetry too,
Ah.
or like I journal.
You journal.
Yeah, so people that journal, I'm like,
Oh.
show me.
Oh my, that's very
Ooh.
personal though.
Yeah, I know.
Show me your journal. I'll flip back 50 pages.
I know, but you know, like those things take a minute. You know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if someone wants to show you their journal after they just met you, I mean, that's gonna,
Mhm.
I don't
I think
know.
I find it very intimate. It's something that turns me on.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll be like, okay, you want to fuck after?
I used to have a journal when I was way younger. I feel like journaling is like a lost art that people before my generation did. Like before the information age,
Yeah. Or
People-
writing letters to people.
people used to journal more. I don't know. I found my sister's old journal.
You read
Did
it?
you?
I was younger.
You were a little curious.
I was
Yeah.
a little curious. There's nothing
I think it will.
groundbreaking.
I
in
think it will make me feel really guilty. Like I will be
Yeah.
curious if I see, I don't know, like my partner's journal.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will do it because then I'll be like, you know,
I did it. It was my sister though, so
Yeah.
she thought I was a fucking weirdo. So
it's fine. You didn't, you know.
yeah, there's nothing really
No
incriminating
surprise,
in it
you
for
know?
me. Yeah.
TikTok is the new journaling. I don't
Nah.
know.
You know, he's got a point though.
Ooh.
When you scroll through your Instagram feed or your Twitter media tweets, it's kind of like a collection of things. But the only difference is when you used to journal, it was your intimate personal thoughts. Whereas when you TikTok and Instagram, it is very curated.
Yeah,
Well,
Twitter
as I was
is
going to say, it's produced for an audience.
Curated.
This is for you. Like
Yeah,
your
no.
journal is for you.
Mhm. journaling has helped me in not make unhinged tweets.
Oh.
Mari,
I do be
you
making unhinged.
famously have unhinged tweets.
I
Oh yeah,
know.
can we ask about a tweet?
I don't have a tweet in mind.
Scroll her Twitter and ask her about a tweet.
Oh
Jill. Jill, you have to come like equipped with like, on January 14th, you tweeted this.
I know. It'll be like,
Because I do see Mari's tweets sometimes. And I'm like, girl, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
No, I really
think
do
they're
laugh.
funny.
'Cause,
Really?
yeah.
Thanks.
Sometimes I think you just like tweet things immediately upon thinking them, like without even just
You're
like,
right. Yeah,
There
I do.
is a type. There is a Twitter type.
You know who else does that? Lily Luna.
I was
does
gonna
that.
say Lily Luna is
Yeah.
diarrhea of the mouth, girl.
I wouldn't
Oh my
say
God.
diarrhea of the mouth.
She will
but
say she tweets all of her thoughts,
yeah, she does.
everything that's going on.
I've learned my lesson. Because
Have
I
you?
don't know. People have like, like, I don't know. I think I've been very vulnerable in social media a lot of times. But then I
Yeah.
see people visited me at the stand and they'll be like, oh, I saw your tweet. What's going on with that? Like, I want to know. And then I'm like, wow, real people do read my tweets,
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
I read them.
I'm real people.
Exactly. So then I'm like, like sometimes I'm just feel like I'm tweeting for myself.
Follow Mari's Twitter. What's your Twitter, Mari?
For unhinged tweets.
And boobs.
I was gonna say, and for sexy photos, because she takes some really very pretty. Oh yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my my Twitter is a spicy Mari with 2 eyes.
There you go.
Yeah. I have like 2 Instagrams too.
Oh.
oh, you.
Oh, someone said, see, this is like, it's good, but at the same time, I'm like, see, real people are like looking for what I tweet. Like,
Too Titus.
doctor said I have pussy too tightest.
I feel like that too sometimes.
It's true. I was gonna crack a really gross joke, a very man-brained joke about
What?
me helping you with that condition.
Oh.
It's terminal.
I don't
It's
think that
terminal
it
too.
changes
No, it can be
anything.
treated. It's acute.
Oh.
It's not chronic at worst case, but it can be treated.
Yeah.
Don't worry.